Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review of the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. I have this in the color Light 48. And sorry, my door's closed because MJ is still sleeping and Marty's downstairs on the phone, so it was too much noise going on, so the door is closed for this video. I have this on right now. This is what the packaging looks like. It's a nice pump. It's plastic, which is easy to travel with. Let me see if I remember. I hear something in the box. I'll get the box open. Oh. Okay. This is what I was thinking of as far as traveling. Is the part that sucks is it has a pump, but has a little plastic piece that you can put back over the pump so it won't squirt out. All right. Oh, there we go. That's how it goes. Maybe not. Maybe this isn't as easy as I thought. So anyway, I'll have to play with that a little bit to see how that'll work out. Overall, I think this is really nice product. Everybody kept asking me to try this, and I was not interested in it, I'll say, because I've kind of been on a kick where I'm using like nice, more sheer foundations with just a little bit of things that are medium coverage. Something that has a little bit of a sheen to it. I have not been using really matte foundations. So everybody kept talking about this one and I was like, I just don't know. I wasn't sold on it. So when Sephora had their VIB and friends and family sale, I decided to give it a try. And so I did purchase it. It is a full coverage foundation. It is full coverage, guys. Like it is, I've got a spot on this hand, so let's see here. Like that one pump literally is ridiculous how much like it would do 2 hands, literally. You don't need this. And if you saw the spots on my hand beforehand, look at that. They're gone. Like look at that. Like it really is a great coverage. Now here's one thing I am going to mention to you guys, sorry, grabbing a towel, is that the only thing I do not like about this, it has a very, very fake chocolate scent. Not like Too Faced chocolate bronzer. It has a really nice kind of like slightly sweet chocolate scent. This is like a weird bitter chocolate. Like that is my only downside to that. So if you are scent sensitive, this will not be something for you. But of full coverage foundations like Makeup Forever Matte Velvet is probably my favorite one. I do not like Studio Fix Fluid because it's very heavy. It cakes up and it's oxidized. It oxidizes and changes colors on me. This does not do any of those things. This is the closest thing I have found to the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. This one, you can work with it the same way. I will say if you want to shear it out, you use something like a beauty blender. You wet this down and you use this to give yourself more of a sheer coverage if you don't want as heavy of a coverage. How I tend to, oh, sorry, it's in my brush tree. How I tend to apply this myself is with my Sigma F80 brush because it can really, really, really buff it into the skin. Like you really can just, I didn't want to get that dirty, darn, I just cleaned it. You can really just kind of buff and buff and buff and buff and buff it until it gets to exactly what you want it to be. I would not apply this with my fingers. I find with my fingers it kind of cakes up and is a little bit thick feeling and kind of sits into fine lines and things like that. But if you use a really good brush or a beauty blender, it is great, great coverage. Like a pump and a half of this is enough to do my whole face. If I want to do my face and down my neck, I use 2 pumps. You do not need much of this foundation. So this foundation will also last you a really, really long time because you don't need much of it. It is just a really, really nice product. Sorry, putting my brush back over there so it'll dry. Really, really nice product. I am surprised. I am personally, I've never bought any Kat Von D stuff, I don't think, that I remember. If I did, I obviously didn't like it because it didn't stick in my brain. I liked her show. I was never really a fan of her. I felt like her makeup always looked very heavy and overly done, so I was like, ugh, I doubt I'll like her makeup. So I never really gave it a try, and that's partially what kind of kept me away from trying this. But I'm really, really glad you guys convinced me to try this because I really do like it. Color selections, so-so. They've got decent colors, but This one luckily matches me perfectly. Like I said, I have it on right now. It works great for me when I'm lighter skinned. And again, I said the color is light 48. But it's nice. I'm impressed by it. So if you are looking for a full coverage, and I do mean full coverage foundation, you don't want to apply it with your fingers. If you don't mind using a brush or a beauty blender, this is a great, great product. Definitely something to try out if you're looking for those things. It does not get cakey on me. By the way, this is not for someone with dry skin. If you have dry skin, this is not going to work for you unless the only way you can maybe make it work is if you pile on the moisturizer beforehand, because it is a matte foundation. It is matte. It does not have a sheen to it. It does not have any shine. It does not give any dimension. It is flat. Very similar to Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus, which if you're wondering about that one, this is what it looks like. So color-wise in Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, I'm color 30 and light 48 in this. So product overall, I think this is a really, really nice product. I think the packaging is nice. I think it has great coverage. I think it does what it says it's gonna do. So I give it a good solid 5. Pigmentation is amazing. It is so pigmented. And like I said, it's because it is a full coverage foundation. It really and truly is great, great pigmentation, and it doesn't require a lot of product. Sometimes if you get something that is full coverage, it doesn't always have the best coverage. Like you've really got to work at it. This one, if you use a brush or a beauty blender, does amazing. So pigmentation is a 5. Texture, it's a nice texture. It's a thick foundation, so it depends. I'm not usually somebody who likes something that thick. The texture for what this is, it's nice. I'd say for me, texture-wise, it's probably like a 3 or a 4 because that's the only thing it feels a little funny. I don't feel it when it's on my face, but when you're working it in, it is kind of thick and it takes a minute to work. Longevity, stays all day, does not budge, does not move. It's a good solid 5. Application, I'm going to give this a 3 or 4 for application because you have to use a brush or a beauty blender and you've got to work at it. This is not just a foundation. You're going to put a little bit on your fingers, slap it on and go. This you have to work at. Like you kind of have to work at it and even it out and shear it out a little bit because otherwise it can look heavy and thick and cakey if you put too much of this on. Packaging, I'm going to give it a 4 because the only thing I don't like is I wish that pump would, like Lorac has one that twists up and in. That's the only downside because if you're traveling and this hits, you're going to get stuff all over unless you can figure out how to get this little thing on, which I should probably try because I'd like to, as I say it, it's way easier than I thought. That was easier than I thought. I was trying it the wrong way the first time. The foundation does not oxidize on me, so I do want to mention that too. It stays very clear. Sorry, here's somebody. Marty must be walking around outside there. It does not oxidize on me. It does not change colors. It stays very true to color and it is very nice. And as I said, the color selection, you'd have to play with that and see. I kind of have gotten it down to color matching myself just online because I know what works for me and what colors I usually am. So I hope you guys found this review helpful. Let me know if you have any questions and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.